Alright, I'm going to leave the mic out here. If she makes any terrible noises, you'll hear it too. It's been about a week since I've pulled this engine out, and the weather's been horrible, and when it's been nice I've had to get the mower ready to go and get the lawn mowed and that kind of stuff. So let's get this thing back in here. I'm going to turn the camera around, show you some of the things that I did to prepare for putting this engine down in there, and hopefully it'll go smoothly this morning. Alright, this time I've got a jack underneath the transmission, but I'm not sure that I'm not going to have to move that just because of on the little cherry picker that I've got here. The leg might go in that spot, but I'll figure out something. But also back here on this bearing that mounts to the back of the engine, you can see that yellow wire. I've got it holding it up so that it's straight up and down and with the engine. Now it wants to hang down, so that would be like a two-person job, but I've got that wire in there to hold that. I've got the compressor pump pulled back with a bungee cord, and up here, this line is the one that runs right along this frame, and I have pulled that up and just stuck it in behind that brake line right there. And then over here on the engine, one other thing that I did, right in behind, you can see that little cover right there with that valve cover gasket kit that I got when it came. I told you it came with the gasket that goes behind the I-VTEC solenoid. It also came with the gasket for there, and boy am I glad I took the time to pull off that tensioner and replace that, because it was dry and brittle, and it also has a screen. But again, I'm going to try to put this in with the water pump pulley on it and the tensioner and this part of the motor mount. And hopefully we're going to have enough clearance to drop that down in there this morning. But I'm going to set it up on time lapse and see if we can't get this thing in there. Alright, when I changed the camera angle around to show me getting underneath the car to use the floor jack to get one of the jack stands out, I came back around and I dropped the engine in and said, oh crap, I never changed the camera angle back so that you could see it going in. So I've pulled it back up out of the car, and I'm going to put it back on time lapse, and so you can watch it go in. Here I am underneath, and I've got a few things to do. I've got the exhaust to hook up. I've got two more of the engine to transmission bolts right there that you can see. I've got to tighten up that bolt that's on that little bracket right there that's part of the upper transmission bolt. And then I've got, over here, the pillow block bearing. There's those 3 bolts and that shield that goes on there. And then over here, I've got the flex plate, those 8 bolts to get in, and that cover on it. But I'm not going to film that only because I can't do both at the same time. But I'll bring you back down after they're all together. All right, I'm going to crawl back underneath and show you what I've got together. And I think I'm going to be done down here, at least for a little while. The exhaust is hooked back up. The shaft is bolted back in. The cover is on that. The flex plate bolts are in and the cover is put back on it. The 2 bolts for the engine to the transmission are back in, and the bolt on that plate is tightened up, the 12. I still have to tighten up the other main engine transmission bolt, but I think everything down here for now is done. All right, it's the very next day. The weather's a lot nicer. The sun is out. It's about 52 degrees and it's supposed to get up to 57 today. But yesterday we quit after about 5 hours, and I said we because my grandson came over right at the very end of the day, helped me a couple hours and made things go a little quicker because I had somebody to go get tools for me and hold things when I needed it. But the engine is in and mounted, and I'm going to be putting on the intake manifold, putting on the harmonic balancer and the belt, and try to get all the stuff attached to the outside of the engine. Again, that's going to be on time lapse, but this thing should go together pretty quickly. I don't know that I'm going to actually drive it today, but it's going to be my attempt at least to get it started. I've got front rotors that need to be cleaned off because it sat so long that they're all rusty, and it has fairly new brake pads on that. And the back end suspension, when I did all of that replacement, I've got to get the alignment of the kind of toe in, toe out of those back wheels done before I run these brand new tires. At least get it halfway close so I can get it to a shop and have it professionally done. All right, even on time lapse, you probably could have told that I struggled getting that serpentine belt on, and I can tell you exactly why. I didn't have a 12-point box end wrench. I only had a 6-point, and if I could have got another notch on that and loosened up that tensioner just a tad more, it wouldn't have been difficult at all. I broke mine, and I have got to get it replaced, but definitely want a 12-point when putting on that tensioner. I didn't get it done today, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But if I get back this evening and have a chance, I might be able to get it done. But we'll see. All right, it's the same day. It's starting to cool down a little bit, but I'm going to try to get this thing buttoned up and see if I can't get it started. Going to turn around and put it on time lapse again. Alright, I'm going to leave the mic out here. If she makes any terrible noises, you'll hear it too. So it's sitting right there. And cycle the fuel pump one more time and give her a crank and see what it does. Alright, sounds sweet. Nice and smooth. No valve tappet clatter. No air bubbles. Any freeze, like there's a blown head gasket or anything. Started up pretty well. Let her idle a little bit and keep an eye on the temperature gauge. All right, I'm real happy with that. Sounds nice and smooth. Came down real nice on the idle. I've checked out the antifreeze and it's not bubbling or anything like there's a blown head gasket. It's nice and smooth as far as the tappets and the valves. Sounds balanced. After I run it a little bit, I will pull the plugs back out of it and check and see what the real compression is on that. But go grab the neighbor and have them help me put the hood on and get those rear tires towed in, towed out, whatever they need. And this project's going to be done. Thanks a lot for watching. All right, I'm back from that test drive, and it is a strong little engine that we got at the junkyard. Ran without a miss, real happy with it. But the test drive wasn't without incident. Ended up finding out that when you put it under some acceleration, the thing would end up with a wobble in the front end. So I brought it back, pulled the front tires off of it, started inspecting it, and found that the wheel bearing on the passenger side was shot. It had slop in it. So I'm going to replace both the front wheel bearings, and I'm sure that's going to take care of the problem. But thanks again for watching. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day. I hope you enjoy these things, and have a great day.